Hi all, welcome back. Carrier Battle, Philippine Sea, Scenario 6. This is part 25. I had to restart that just at the beginning because I did record part 24 last night and I've just left it still on the camera on the phone. And then just when I was saying, because I thought this was 24, I thought, I feel like I've recorded 24. And I remembered I just left it last night on the phone rather than copy it across because it was just the time involved. Anyway, we're still here. Still having a great time. I know I maybe was starting to... I wasn't moaning, was I? I'm not sure. I was just feeling like things have all died down a bit and it feels a little comfortable. Well, yeah, and I never know what happens. To be honest, I don't mean the victory conditions. I haven't really looked at what's what. And we are under a time limit here as well. Okay, we've got loads of time to go, but I mean, there's only so many turns. And we've got to achieve a certain number of victory points, I would think. I mean, we've only hit one target. That's not going to be true. We've still got this one to resolve. And sadly, still nobody's come and answer my question. And if nobody answers it and I've got to resolve it, I'm going to have to take the worst case. I'm only going to roll the 2 dice instead of the 3. Although even in my mind I feel that it's wrong and I should be rolling the 3, I'm going to take the worst case unless I can get some confirmation. Or even just somebody sort of saying, yeah, that's right. I know the designer does come along and answer the questions. He's not there that frequently, but I'm not knocking that. As long as he pops along once in a while, that's great. So I guess I will get an answer at some point. And I know there's other guys. Christopher's quite he answers a lot of the questions as well, but yeah, we've all got lives like you've other outside board games that you've got to go and do. I've been getting quite a relaxed time of it now and been able to spend probably more time than I should playing, but anyway, yeah, it's still good fun and I'm looking forward to it. So this is Fallen Day. Probably not got too much time, but today I probably got a part in just now, maybe get a part in later on, but there's a few other things happening, so we shall see. That might not happen. Okay, so I'm going to try and still leave this resolving of that ship's attack part. Now, I don't think it even matters if I say which ships I was going to target. I'm going to target 2 of the carriers. I don't think I would, if I had 3 dice, I would target 3 of them. I think I would double target one of them and single target another. But I don't think it matters. As for them coming back, what one of the things on my mind, I suppose, is this Area 2A, right? That's, well, in actual fact, yeah, we've got an issue. We're going to have an issue here, right, with this, aren't we? It's still got an air raid out there. That's 2B, which is going to move into our Task Force Hex next phase, or next chance it gets whenever. Well, actually, that's right now it's going to move in, isn't it? Yeah, move our air raids. However, next time this activates, these aircraft points this is then landed on the carrier. So how can that be? Well, hang on, Grant, though. He still has their only current hit points. Did I not change them up yet? No, we've not. We've not been... You need to get to the end of the turn for that to happen, Grant. Yeah, the end of the turn, not the end of the phase. Yeah, the end of the turn. Yeah, because that only happens in this end phase, where the hits turn into different hit types, different stages of hit. So, well, I'm not sure. I mean, can we just carry on just now until because this has only got current hits, and even when it's got previous hits, can I still treat all the carrier as being able to land on and take off, conduct raids, etc.? Let me just have a little look at the rulebook regarding that. Well, I think that rule right there answers your question, Grant. Because I was starting to look there saying, surely this should tell you something about this. So page 40, and this is in Rule 12, which is damage, fire and crippled ships. This is a Japanese carrier damage part, 12.2. And 12.22 just spells it out. Previous turn and current turn hits have no effect on Japanese air raids. They are ignored. Which tells me that you can cycle through their service in, make them available, launch air raids, land air raids. Yeah, I think you've got to take it from that, because I'm pretty sure that's the only reference you get regarding the situation that we've got. Everything else starts talking about permanent hats, and that's what they need to be. And the only other reference, and the one that got me sort of saying, oh, it's not destroyed, is 12.27, which says a Japanese carrier is sunk if it suffers permanent hits equal to or exceeding its hit capacity, and it doesn't reach these permanent hits for another whole turn yet. At the end of this turn, it'll go to previous hits. At the end of the next turn, they'll go to permanent hits, and I assume then the carrier then sinks. So we just ignore the damage up till now, and just carry on as normal, I think. So that also makes the situation that I'm not resolved this airship attack, but sort of that feels better about letting it go as well, because all we're going to have on that is current hits, which is going to do nothing. Don't get me wrong, we still want a result because it's eventually going to do something, but what I mean is it's not going to affect the ability of the carriers to be able to carry out any other raids and whatever. Whereas if I activated Butai for while I haven't resolved this yet, I would start to think, oh well, what can I do? Because it can't do, well, it can just do everything as normal. So it gives me a bit more time. I really want the answer to that question. I thought about maybe messaging somebody, maybe that Christopher, because he's answered quite a lot, but yeah, I don't feel comfortable about that. Not unless it's somebody that I've communicated with a bit. So we'll see. Right, so yeah, we'll move our air raids. And remember, that's not the air raids on the Butai displays, just the ones that are out there. I want to say it's just this one. So we took care of that last one, didn't we? Yeah. However, Intercept 5, is he not landing this time? Yeah, he's wanting to land this turn. So that's going on. So if he is going to land, we do need something to be able to deal with that. We do have a CAT mission available, which is 3 aircraft, and to be honest, that's probably enough, because the strength of this is only 2 as well, isn't it? Yeah, it's just 2 strength, so well, yeah. Well, might we see? Yeah, we might see some other raids getting activated here, though, Grant. So maybe just hang fire on that thought. Well, I'm not getting to do that until I get the air operations and launch. So moving on, that was only a raid. Roll for mission movement and then start drawing some sequence chits. So let's roll for the next mission movement. I've rolled a 9. We have a 9. Right, and then chits. So we're wanting 5 of them. I'm just going to double check. There's 10 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there is indeed. And then we'll shake about a bit again. Right. Well, I can't remember what we've had and what we've not had. Like you can see we've had Butai 1 and Butai 2. Oh, there's Butai 3 then. So Butai 3 is, just to remind you, that's what it is. It's a level 2 with 1 to 2 CVs. Okay, so where is he? Well, first of all, he's going to become undetected, which isn't good. However, that's how it goes. And then the second one I want to try and get in the way of doing this. I know it says it on the track. Zoom in a bit. Let's go. There's the reduced detection status, right? And there's the air raid turnaround bit. So they're kind of at the end of the steps, but I think it would be better if these had been highlighted. Do these right away. And then the other thing we're going to do is move this down the track. So the next time he activates, that air raid marker comes off. That means then that air raid is not in progress. and the naval air points go in that first servicing box. Okay, right, and then back to him trying to launch a raid now. And then he may move. Well, actually, I don't think he's going to move. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you can see that all these butais are going to end up setting themselves at 9 hexes away. I think 1, 2, 3, 4 now are all at 9 hexes, so they're never going to move. I'm saying that confidently. I always said, why don't we have a look at this flowchart this time? Again, see if we know how it works now. So, I'm just looking at the movement here. Yeah, it's because it's a separate section, carrier force, which has launched a strike at some point in the game, and there's A, B, C, D, and E, and if there ever 9 hexes from the US carrier task group, they don't move. So the only way they're going to move now is if we move the task group. Which, yeah, I can see possible, and I can see as you get more comfortable with the game, making the most of that. And like I said, maybe trying to save. Well, I've got a strike coming back from there, that direction and that direction, so I can't really help both of them, but I could help one of them by moving 1 hex towards one of them, which makes some sense. To be honest, the guy that's on airstrike 7, he's on less fuel than this guy, so but yeah, if I go and help him, I'm making it worse for him. Yeah, that's annoying. Whereas you can see maybe if we had an airstrike up there and it was coming back from there and that was coming back from there, moving it 1 hex into there would give them 1 better fuel, wouldn't it? Yeah, well, there's another thought about how to set up your airstrikes. Maybe this is a good idea, sending the fact that we've got lots of targets up there, lots of carriers. We are actually sending airstrike 6 and airstrike 3 up that direction. So if we want to move anywhere actually, we should move that way. And that'll give these guys a better chance of coming back. However, it's then going to make airstrike 7. Well, hold on. We can split things, can't we? We can move one of the task groups away. Yeah. Now that starts to become a bit tricky, but anyway. Right, so, right, well, I still need to roll the dice for this. There's no point looking at this flowchart. I've got it laid out here just now, but it doesn't have 2 raids in play. It does have one raid still in play, because it's still on the air raid return track in its last step. So, but it doesn't have 2 in play. And I said it's 9 hexes, eh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9 hexes, yeah. So, yeah, before we look at that, let's just roll on the result. Current game turns 10:50. Yeah, let's see. There's some misprint there. It's either a misprint there or a misprint in the map. It's not a biggie though, is it? So that and 9, so no modifiers. And we get a 6, so here's going to go. I was going to say, I brought that flowchart out, I bet there's no result. Well, there is. So there we go. Right, let's try and see then, because we know now that this isn't in play, and I know I personally I'm not an expert on flowcharts, but this is a question that points one way. So, well, that means if it's yes or no, you go to here, Grant, maybe. I don't know. To me, that should say if you've got two raids in play, there's no raid. I think. However, I mean, like I said, I'm no expert. Step A2. So that, I suppose that's step A1, step A2. And right enough, in the rule book, these are marked as A, and this is marked as B. So fair enough. To be honest, like a few folk have said, maybe using this in conjunction with the actual rule book, following along with both, it might be alright. Thing is, I've got the gist of it now though, so can't I just use this? And to be honest, I don't feel like I need to use Well, I probably would need the rule book just open, just having a look. So, there's no two raids in play anyway. Eligible to launch a raid. So, either it is a carrier force, or it's a level 0, or a level 1 with a small, medium, large. But you can see it's a carrier force, it's going straight to here. Okay, that's making some sense. Well, we know it's a carrier force, but just let's look and see. Yeah, this first bit's making sense to me. There's a carrier force that's going to go straight to here. So let's just say it was a level 0 or a small, medium, large. It would then come down to here and then say, is the commitment limit exceeded? Okay, that's a commitment limit. We've not got there yet, but you can see that if it is this, and it is exceeded, then it's no raid. Right, so we've not got it exceeded. So let's just say we did have a small, medium, large, or a 0. We would say no to here. So we would both come to here, no matter what we had. And then the air raid generation table is a target discovered. Right, that word, that word there is, I'm saying it's the first time I've seen the reference to that word. The first time I've seen it is when I first looked at this raid chart, this flow chart. So what that means, a raid generation table, is a target discovered. So for them is a target discovered, like as in that's our task force. Are they discovered? No. Target discovered. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what that's referring to. I mean, our task force is there, so I don't know what that means. Right, well, we're going to say yes. Is a target discovered? Yes. That is in step B. Let me look. Well, this is a part in B. Does the force... Does the force discover a target within range? Okay, I take it back. So, it's maybe something I've just not read. Does the force discover a target within range? Okay, so the discover part is actual die roll then. The Japanese cars. First check the maximum range, and then on the other page it's going to say roll the dice, isn't it? Oh, well, next select the target task group. This will be the closest used task group with carriers. Right, and although we've not split our task group up, as I was just talking about there recently, that you can do it. You can separate a task group away from the actual task force 58 if you want. So that's going to select the closest one, and then you roll a die. Okay, so that then makes some sense. As a target discovered. So it's not them discovering us, it's us discovering them with a dice roll and seeing, okay, they're in range, and to be honest, it could be a level 0 here. Is it discovered? Is the die roll a success? Yes, okay. So that's what we've got there. Fair enough, okay. So, and then we're in here, and then, so, right, surely that arrow should be there, should it not? Because this little box here is going that way. So as this arrow's up there and this arrow's there, surely this arrow should be over here, no? Because if it's a level 0 or a level 1, small, medium, large, it's going here, and we're going to increase it to level 2. Yeah, and then if it's a carrier force, is it a carrier force? No. Right, then if it's not a carrier force, return it to its level at the start of the procedure, step C1, CB. Got it, yes. And also with that is the chit just goes back. Well, it's a level 2 chit you're drawing. Yeah, that's fine. You just put the level 2 chit back. However, if it is a carrier force when you do that procedure, we then jump down to here, right? So step D. But if it is a carrier force initially, we come down to here. If level 1 carrier force with positive known air strength promote, now see, this is the bit that was a bit out of place, or I felt it was out of place in the rulebook, and this might actually have cleared it up. Well, no, because I was talking about having a level 1 carrier chip. So if that's there, that still counts for that. So then it comes down to here, and it asks you, well, it tells you, if it's a level 1 carrier force with positive known air strength, we promote it to level 2. So if it was a level 1 carrier with no known air strength, though, where would it be right now? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure where it would have went. Or would it have been dealt with already? No, because it doesn't have to. At the very first time it launches a raid, it's got to launch a raid at some point the very first time. So and that means it doesn't have a known air strength. Well, let's move on. I might tell you in this next box, Grant. So if it is a known air strength, we promote it. Let's move down here. Level 1 and level 2 compute known air strength. Well, there you go. It tells you there. So you would level it up there if it had already got an air strength. If it's not got an air strength, you carry on, and it's got it there. Level 1, we would compute the known air strength. Well, if it was level 1 or level 2 at that stage, we would compute. And that's what we're going to... No. Yeah. We're going to do that now. That's the stage we're going to be at, I think. Well, I'm just jumped right through that, trying to just follow it rather than following what we've got. But we've got a level 2, so I think we're going to compute the known air strength right now. Then we would determine the strength of the raid, air raid strength tables. Then you reduce for points lost unavailable in the reduction chart. And that was the one that was like making me think, are you sure this is right? This doesn't feel right. You know, we've got a strength of such and such, and then we're reducing it by about the same, and we're getting very little air raid strength. And then you would adjust the commitment index, and if a level 1 force increased known air strength, you adjust the commitment index if a level 1 force increased known air strength, or if a new carrier force was revealed. And then you place your points on the display. Okay, in actual fact, yeah, it's true that when you've done the process and you're looking through that, it is much better to understand. I still think there's a couple of bits in it that are a bit iffy, but fair enough. Yeah, okay. I think you need to probably follow the rulebook for 2 or 3 times first, and then you could probably follow that. I think I'm happy with just probably having the rulebook open at that page and then just winging my way through it, I think, now. Because, I know I'm going straight to here. It's a carrier force. We're moving on to D, and then we're checking for, it's a level 1 to 2 with known air strength. We're looking at card 2 back, and working out from there. Which, card 2 back is here. So, and we're looking at this one here. So we've got to find out the current known air strength. We're going to roll dice to see what it is. And then we're going to do the reduction. And this is what takes it all away from it, though. Because these are lost. These are counted as known air strength, which is 3. And these are unavailable, which are counted as known air strength, which is another 3. So we've got 6 known air strength. Right, which, okay, is fair enough. And now we roll. And when we do this, if we had available air points there, we're going to have to roll on this anyway. So we're rolling on a 6. Now, hang on, these are column shifts. It's a level 2 with 1 to 2, so there's no column shifts. And see, there's something that would affect permanent hit markers, but again, it's per permanent hit. Well, we're not there yet. We're not going to be there for a bit. And that guy up there, he's going to have some current hit markers on him as well. So if I eventually struggle to get this answer and leave it hanging on even longer, we know that the hits are going to be the same. They're going to be the same as the ones up there, and they're going to change to the same as the ones up there as well come the time. If I happen to leave it that long, let's hope not. So we're going to roll on this with no modifiers or no column shifts, and we're rolling on the 6th column because that's his known air strength. Right, and only rolled a 2. Oops. Right, so 2 on the 6th column. Yeah, but you could see that could have been much higher there. So it's still 6, isn't it? So that's current known air strength. Air points on the butai display, 6. Die roll was 2. Result is 6. However, now I want to say here, yeah, like I say, 10.1E. We then before we do this reduction though, shouldn't we be looking because you still can have available points, Grant. We need that little example. Yeah, and it's this example here, I think, isn't it? Well, yeah, if you had stuff available, it would be. So a level 2 force is 4 air points and it's available all ranges box here and here. 2 air points in its 0-3 available box, and 2 air points in its lost box. So that's a total of 8, total known air strength. You determine that it launches an air raid of 6 air points at a range of 10 hexes. Well, we're determining our one's going to be 6 air points at a range of 9 hexes. You would take the first 4 points from those available at all ranges. So use these first 4. And then these can't be used because the range is out. And this can't be used because it's lost. So you need to get up to 6. So you would add 2 more from the unused naval air points. And that's what that is. So then that gives you the 6. And these 2 would go up here as well. And then the total would have a known air strength of 10. And it explains that if the range was 3, you wouldn't need that because you would just be able to use that. However, we're slightly different. But would we not need to go to the reduction after this as well? Well, when he's done that, he's got a total, let's not say it was within 3 hexes. So the first case, it's within 10 hexes. So he would now have a known air strength of 10. But he would have 2, 4, 6 air points. And we would not then have to take that to the reduced raid strength. That's 6 air points. I mean, I think so. And then what we would get from that, they would have air raid strength, cross-reference the initial strength of the raid. Yeah, so the raid obtained would be 6, but you would have to then reduce it by the unavailable points, which would be 4, I think. So he's got his 6. Where is that table? Then I think he would have to come here still after that. And then look at 6. And then come down to the 4 that were unavailable. 2 of which... and then cross-reference that. And then it would become a 4 he would only get. That doesn't feel right. Because surely something in this would tell you about that. So that means it's not going to have 6 at all. It's only going to have 4. Something feels a bit off about that. That makes me wonder if I'm doing something wrong here. Well, not really, because I think the time before that I've done it, because right now, right, we've got 6 air points. They're all unavailable. We've rolled the dice. We want our current. We rolled the dice, and our air raid strength is going to be 6 because we rolled the dice. None of these are available, so we need to bring along 6 points. Right? Well, I've just got a 5 and a 1 here. So we need to bring along 6 points. However, that's what he's done here. He's brought along only 2 points because he's got 4 unavailable. But we then still need to look at that air raid strength reduction chart, which is, to be honest, what he should be looking at next. It doesn't talk about that in that example, but it certainly does talk about it here, and it is the step after. Does it show it in the... Yeah, I mean, it's got it here as well. It's got on the flow chart. We just read that. So we determine the strength of the air raid strength tables, which is 6. I'm starting to wonder, is this... Well, no, because there's a chart there that you reference. If we're looking at the 6, and we've got 6 unavailable... No, because that's just... Well, that's going to work out. That's what I think we should be doing right now. 6 and 6, and there's going to be 2 again. So that means we don't bring 6 along at all, we just bring along 2. Let's look at that at F in the book again. Yeah, and by the way, I mean, it goes, it's determining strength, it's then reducing it, it's adjusting your commitment if needed, and then you're placing air points in the display. So it's not that we've placed them on the display and then we're doing something else. So that's the last step after you've reduced that. So I think this is right. Just feels weak is all. So total the number of air points in the lost... I know, I'm going over and over. Lost box, plus the total in servicing boxes, well, there's none there, plus the number in the Buteyes air raid boxes. Now, see, I don't know... Well, hold on. No, can't be counting them. Can't be counting the 6 that I've just put in. Plus the number unavailable at this range. And I think that's 6. Well, it's 4 unavailable and 2 lost, which computes to 6. And then it tells you there that the number unavailable at this range is the total in available boxes that are lower numbered than range. For example, the target is 9 hexes, and any points in the 03 and 06 would be unavailable, right? All our stuff's unavailable. I mean, maybe this will get better as they start cycling these air points through, but Guam's got... uses the Guam display, but uses the same procedure. Using the air raid strength reduction chart, cross-reference the initial strength for the raid obtained in E, which is the 6 that we've obtained, with the number of points lost available, no die rolls involved, which is 6 again, and the result is a reduced final strength of the attack, which is 2. Okay, that's... It must be right. So it's not getting 6, it's getting 2. Which just seems awful meh. So this is... oh no, it's going to be in the B. It's going to be a raid 3B. So looking for a raid 3B, or have I got it out? No. Air raid 3B, right, it's here. Okay, so that's that, and then we place the counters on the air raid blocks. We don't know what they are. There's no separate fighter attack planes yet. When a raid is first launched, you don't know how many points are fighters. This is where you determine that, and then the placement, and we roll a die to see the intercept range table. We've done all that before, so okay, we'll just have to stick with us. I mean, I did, I think, ask this question, and it came back with the way that I'm doing it, so we'll find out. Like I've said, I can really see myself playing this game again. Again, I'm a bit worried that we're going to burn ourselves out. Play a game so much. And then you want to go and do something else, and then you kind of sort of say, right, that's it, I'm sort of done with that game. You know, I've got Fields of Fire at the back of me still with the playtest and stuff, and I should be still going back to a bit of that, but I did go too much at it, and I think the same might happen here. So I think if I play it again, it's unlikely I'm going to finish this scenario and say, right, let's set it up again. Well, I don't know, I tell you what, right at this moment, if I was just finishing today, I would want to set it up again. But we're not even halfway through the game yet, so there's a bit to go. Right, so 3B, no modifiers, and this is the range to the that's going to be away from our task force. And we don't need a target because they're all in the 1 hex. 2, oh, that's not good. Well, as long as you avoid the 1, I think, Grant. If I remember rightly, the 1 means it's only 2 hexes away. Yeah, see, the 1 means it's 2 hexes away, so it's moving on next phase. 2 is 3 hexes away, so we've got 2 phases. So 3 hexes away from Butai 3 is up there, 1, 2, 3. That looks like about right. So there we have, but again, it's only a strength of 2. So that's him got 2 air raids in progress now as well. So right, that's that. Butai 3 is not going to move because we already know that he's 9 hexes away. So that's Butai 3. That was the first chit draw of this phase. And yeah, I'll push on for another one. Probably get through all the chit draws and then might have to leave it then. Okay, second chit. As Force T, Tango. I feel like that was one of the new ones that came in. So probably on the outskirts and probably had just a 0. Ain't finding them though. Didn't they get dragged out, did they? No. Ah, yeah, it's up top. Way up here. So, yeah, I mean, he's just a 0, so let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he has 10 away, so I think that's a minus. Oh, no, it's not. It's a -1 modifier. It's only when they're 11 and 12 away it becomes -3. So just with a -1, rolled a 2, -1's a 1, so not for him. And he's going to move in the 9 direction, which is southeast. So he's getting a bit closer. That's Tango done. Okay. Right, third chit out the cup. That's Q, innit? Yeah. Quebec. Quite surprised they used that. Well, I'm just looking across, it's out the game. And O is as well, but that is a Q. You can just see the little. Is that focusing on it? You can just see the little nib at the bottom. Yeah, a little surprised they used Q. Well, it's set aside, so it must have got removed. So, well, when though? Well, it must have been when we were in phase 1 or 2, Grant. Okay, well, it's definitely set aside, so well, what I must have said to myself was if we draw Q, it's going to be a no-op. So I'll put it there to the side, and it's a no-op. I get the feeling there might be another one that I've done with that as well. that we hadn't drawn that's been removed. Right, that's the third chit of the phase, so here is the fourth chit. That's force A alpha. Right, he's still in play. He's still down where he was, and that's annoying bit actually. Well, we can check. He's quite a bit away as well, maybe 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. Yeah, so he's going to get the -1 as well. And remember, there's nothing else to look at with him. There's no boot eye display, there's no spotted status on them, so with a -1. So that's 5. So I'm kind of glad this guy has rolled a success here. So he will try and launch an attack. However, he is just a level. He is a level 0. So we need to draw a chit out of the cup, and if it's a false contact, it's just going to go away. Like I say, we've burnt through quite a few false contacts. So, well, if it's a false contact or a surface result, isn't it? Right. So what do we get? Surface. Right, so that just goes back in the cup, and yeah, surface of full contact. It'll go back in the cup, and this just doesn't launch a raid. So it still will move in the 9 direction though, so it's going up there. So it's starting to look a little iffy. I mean, we've got this sub down here, but well, it's not going to catch on, is it? Because these are going to activate once a turn, so is that. So, well, it depends what. I mean, this could turn into something. Right, anyway, that's force A. So that was the fourth chit. So, fifth one now. Last one for this phase. And it's US move. Okay. Well, I don't think I need to do any of it now. I'm not scared about this Air Raid 2B because I'm going to launch an intercept mission, and I'll take care of 3B as well because they're weak raids anyway. This is assuming that I've got everything right, which I still have some doubts about, but just seems like it was looking awful hard and now it's feeling awful easy. You know, comfortable. I'm not getting any real threats. Maybe it's because these air raids need time to recycle round, possibly. Anyway, yeah, I don't think I'll move it. I think what I might do is Airstrike 8 is coming back. I might be tempted to move it 1 hex that way at some point, but then it spoils it for Airstrike 7. Oh no, I was saying maybe split the task group off, and yeah, maybe move 58.1 into that hex so that they can then land on that. There's obviously risks involved in that because then they could target that instead of our full task group, and yeah, not sure how that would work with the battle line and all that, because the battle line would still be beside task force 58, wouldn't it? So you wouldn't probably get the benefit of the battle line. I guess I'd need to look into that at the time anyway, but anyway, it's not really something I need to rush up. I can wait until this is coming back. I think. Well, these are going to move every phase, whereas that only gets to move once a turn. But you can see another 1 phase to go with this. Have they moved already? Yeah, we've moved already. Did we? No, we've not. Sorry, we've not moved already. So he's going to move there. He's going to move there. So he's still going to be. And then he's going to move there. Going to move there. Let's just say we draw the US Mave in the 4th phase. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we've still got time to move into there, and he'll be sitting there at best case, which will give him 1 less fuel point to use. So yeah, I'll just leave that now. We won't do that until maybe the last minute, because I feel like there's maybe risks involved with that too. Okay, 44 minutes. Yeah, I'll push on a little bit then. That's us through the 5 chats.
yeah, might not get, if anything hectic comes up, I might just stop there. So we went through all that. Yeah, there was nothing we missed there. The reduction status, air raid turnaround, they're the ones you got to watch. I'm switched on to that now. I feel none of that. So we're going to move air missions, which is the bit that I was just saying. Have we done that already? Clearly not, Grant. So we are indeed going to move airstrike 8 back 1, and it's going to cost him 1 fuel. He's now down to 3. And airstrike 7 back 1, and he's now down to 2. It's horrible, isn't it? That must have been what they had to do. Must have been looking at the fuel meters thinking, my god, we're not going to make it. Scary. Anyway, right, so 6 and 3, their target was Butai 4. It's 4, isn't it? Yeah. So they're just going to press on as well. So 6 move in, 3 move in. Yeah, I'm not going to push them 2 hexes. I don't think there's a need for that. So 6 is here, so he's down to 10, and 3 is here, he's down to 12. Right, and then the only other mission we've got left is air mission 5, and he is in the hex. So we're going to pay the 1, he's going to land, so we're just going to pay the 1 to basically land / linger / land. Now he is going down to critical, but it's critical 0 he is at, so I don't think there's a die roll for that. Well, there should be a die roll, but it's not feasible. You can't get a result that's going to be bad. That's all our missions, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The cat mission. Oh, yeah. No, I think I'm going to launch another. Well, hang on though. How many spaces have we got? We've got 2 spaces for more raids. Sorry. Like airstrikes / intercepts. So, yeah, it's just we could. This is the time we'd have to send this cap. Is it? Yeah, because this isn't a launch. This is just move. I think this is the bit you would send. I would have to decide if the cap's coming out, wouldn't it? Yeah. A cat mission is placed on the map and receives a fuel marker in 2 cases. During the US air movement segment, a cat mission may be placed on the map. That's where we're at, yeah. And also, a cat mission must be placed on the map in order to fight air-to-air combat in its hex. This can be done during the US intercept segment. Yeah. A cat mission must be placed on the map in order to fight air-to-air combat. It's just saying it must be placed on the map to actually carry the fight. It's not saying it must be placed on the map if there's going to be air-to-air combat. I don't think. No. You're doing your Grantos reading on that, Grant, I think. This can be done during the US interception segment. Okay. So if there's combat in his hex, he can come out there as well. Right, I must have been aware of that. It's been a while since we've done the cap thing. So yeah, I could bring it out now, but I could leave it until the. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to, because you're saying you're not going to. We're coming across here to see what you've all got. So fighter wise, well look, we've got. Oh, hang on though. We want to keep that for a spotting plane. These other 2 are going to be spotting planes. Where that's going to be not next turn, not this phase, it's going to be the final phase, so that works. If we wanted a strike mission, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've only got 4 attack planes, which is okay. I think ideally, I would want 5, but 4's okay. And then fighter wise, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you've got 9. Yeah, so you can do both here, I think. because because I feel like I only need 4 or something just now, to be honest. Right, so hang on. We're not in that stage yet, Grant. We're still talking moving. I suppose I'm thinking here about if I'm moving my cap. Well, the cap can jump out in the interception segment anyway. This can be done during the US interception segment. So we don't need to worry about that. But I think I'm going to launch a strike mission and a small intercept mission to take care of this raid this time, and then that raid when it comes in. And we've still got the cap there if this first one kind of goes horribly wrong. Okay, so that's all our movement. Yeah, we've done the guy that's going to land, yeah. Okay, so we've moved all our air missions and adjusted fuel. We are going to still skip by. Yeah, because we want the 2 SB2Cs up, ready to launch. So we're going to leave it until the last phase. So air operations, and now we're into launch anyway. Right. Yeah, just looking around, we kind of need some other targets, don't we? I mean, we've got airstrike 3 and 6 heading towards that, but we've still got possibly 3 dice to be rolled on that, which could do a lot of damage. Okay, there is there's 2 CVs and 2 CVLs, and there's then that cruiser force, which I'm not actually sure. I mean, I'm assuming you could actually target that, but I don't know what it does for you. Obviously, you're wanting the carriers. So we've got 2 airstrikes heading that way. I mean, do we really want to send another one? But the problem is, I've not really got anywhere else to... we've got this. Yeah, remember, it's got to be spotted in some way. This medium surface. I mean, maybe we should have a go at that then. Thing is, it's located, it's going to drop to approximate, it's going to go away, and then we're going to be flying out here for nothing, aren't we? Is Lima activated yet? Right, so I had a look at it did in the very first phase. So it's going to stay located. Hang on. Is this guy going to spot? No, he's not, is he? Or is he? No, I don't think he is. I think we looked at this one, didn't we? Oh, looking at my little diagram again. No. From where he is, he's going to spot 1, 2, 3 in this area here, like that. 1, 2, 3 out, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, yeah, I'm not sure how far it goes in. I think the guy could have done by cutting this off, because I don't think you search in there. I think that's the last bit, isn't it? So when we go back searching, I think it's 1, 2, 3, and then it's maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and then stagger, or something like that. Anyway, what it is in is this row here. That would have been done. We would have got that search the last time, and we might well have done something to that, and then it's dropped back to located. So yeah, so what I mean is, we launch a search that goes to here. We do that at this turn. Next turn, this drops to approximate. Next turn, we move 1, 2, 3, 4, and we search in that area. Next turn, that drops off, and we move 1, 2, 3, 4, and search it. Yeah, that could mean you're getting it again, and then you're going to get a search on the way back. But once we start sending the strike out, yeah, maybe overthinking things here, Grant. Right, yeah, because Butai 1 and Butai 3 out there, they're not spotted. We can't go for them. And yeah, this is the problem. See if I'd done my search, yeah, we might have got that spotted. Well, you could hold off on the strike mission till the last turn then, Grant, couldn't you? Yeah, I actually think I might hold off. You know, we failed to spot that the last time, and we had 2 shots at it as well, and we're only going to get 1 shot at it this time. So if I hold back on my... what I think I actually might do is maybe just cut now, because I'm at 55 minutes. So I'm just going to leave ourselves with, in that air operations segment, just moved it back into there actually. So we're in the launch part. Yeah, I'm going to think about that. I think I might actually just launch down to this. There's that option, or I'll hold off my launch until the next phase, and we might have Butai 1 spotted to be able to go and go for that. And then I'm going to send up some sort of intercept mission as well, because we need to deal with that Air Raid 2B. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I better go away for now though, because there's some other things I think I need to do. Well, I'll see. I'll copy this bit across, and I've got the previous bit from last night to copy across, so that'll take a little while. And then I'll be back later. Anyway, okay, cheers.